Alright, you cover these mods. I'm gonna make my follow-up video to Umbra versus Prime.
Took you long enough. Alright. Quick thoughts on Sacrificial Pressure and Sacrificial Steel. Reaper compared stats, numbers, and economy of both mods. Long story short, they kinda suck. Now, the main issue comes with Sacrificial Pressure, so I'll quickly cover Sacrificial Steel to get it out of the way. Okay, alright. Now what Sacrificial Steel does right is it stays better than a basic True Steel. The crit chance of Umbra's Exalted Blade and the new Nakana increases up about 15 to 20%. The main issue about this mod is that it's pretty useless on the two weapons that can properly use it. Both Umbra's Exalted Blade and Nakana work better as status weapons than critical weapons. The crit chance is there, but the multiplier is average at best. Plus, not to mention, as long as mods like Maiming Strike and Blood Rush exist, there's really no need for Sacrificial Steel to be a thing. Especially because it needs Sacrificial Pressure to achieve its full potential. Speaking of which, Sacrificial Pressure is hot garbage. This mod does everything a mod can possibly do wrong to the point where I'm wondering if it's some sort of bug. First off, this thing doesn't just do less damage than primed pressure point, it does even less damage than a regular pressure point. In order for it to be at least a little bit better than regular pressure point, it needs to be paired with Sacrificial Steel. And we just went over the problems with Sacrificial Steel. If it doing miserable damage wasn't enough, and both mods are guilty of this mod cost a tremendous amount of endo and credits. Now credits aren't really a problem for most people, but endo is a bitch to farm, and these mods need a lot of it to be maxed out. Players who had a huge reserve like Reaps did will be fine. But for all you rich people typing in the comments about how cheap and easy life is for you, remember, there are a lot of players who can't dedicate an entire day to farming an uncommon resource. But that's a discussion for another time. Look, I get it, the mods fit the theme of the Warframe they came with, but speaking from a gameplay standpoint, they are just not worth the cost and trade-off to use. Overall, I'd strongly recommend at least using a former to replace Sacrificial Pressure with Prime Pressure Point. The damage difference between the two is huge, and will even save you mod space in the end. Keeping or replacing Sacrificial Steel is up to you. Reaps is going to keep it on, just to save the Umbra polarity, but there's really nothing stopping him from replacing it with something else in the future. And as a final note, for everyone saying the bonus damage against sentient enemies is what makes it worth it, we both know damn well the rumored sentient system isn't going to be a thing in the next couple years. So keep this in mind.